In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to disable the BEC inside of an ESC. If you are thinking about using a receiver pack or a UBEC in your model, you're going to first need to disable the BEC inside of your ESC. If you do not do that, you risk the potential of causing an issue and possibly ruining your receiver. This is a UBEC, and as you can see, there are only two ends. These ends you will solder directly to your connector. If you're using a Dean's connector, you will just solder this directly onto your positive and negative lead of your connector. You will then plug this end into one of the available channels or the battery channel on your receiver. On this ESC, I have already disconnected the ESC's BEC. To disconnect it, all you do is remove the red wire from the lead on the ESC. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a very small plastic locking tab on the connector. All you would do is use a very small flathead jeweler's screwdriver to carefully lift up that locking tab and slide the red wire out of the receiver lead. After that, I simply put heat shrink on the exposed lead and tie it back out of the way. I do not like cutting the red wire out of the ESC, because if I want to use that ESC in a different model and use the BEC inside of it, all I have to do is remove the heat shrink, slide it back into the connector, and push down the plastic locking tab. This ESC, the BEC, is not removed, and you can see the red wire still installed. Another method to do is to take a spare servo lead take a small extra servo extension and remove the red wire from it, but install it in connection with the ESC. As long as the red wire is not going directly into the receiver, the BEC will be disabled. Now you can simply slide the slide the red wire out of the servo lead by doing how we said before, with removing the red wire by lifting up the small plastic lock tab. Or if it's just a small servo lead like this, you can just completely cut it out and remove it, and always use this extension if you want to enable or disable the ESC's BEC very quickly. The benefit of that is if you have a programmable ESC, such as a Hobbywing, and you don't want to use a separate battery supply to power your programming card, you can simply remove the servo lead, plug the ESC directly into the programming card, and power it up as normal by supplying power to the ESC from the connection in the main battery source. That's how you install, and that's how you disable a BEC.